Every creature on this planet seems to have its own secret world, its own way of existing that's completely different from ours. Think about it. Fish don't breathe the way we do, and yet they navigate an entirely separate world underwater. Birds can leave the ground entirely, gliding through the air like they belong to the sky itself. There are animals that glow in the dark, creatures that can survive freezing cold, and some that can go months without eating. How do they do it? It's almost like some universal rhythm that we can't hear. The earth itself feels alive when you look closer. Every inch of soil is a universal of tiny hidden creatures. Every microscopic organism breaking things down to keep the cycle going. It's like the ground under our feet is constantly at work. And above it, there is endless dance of life happening. Leaf falling, water flowing, birds chirping, and animals moving through their routines, each one perfectly suited to its environment. I love how animals are so in tune with their surroundings. It's as if they have instincts we can only dream of. A fox does not need a map to find its way through the forest. A penguin somehow knows how to trek across miles of ice to find the same nesting spot every year. Even the smallest creatures like ants work together in perfect harmony, building their little cities underground. It's teamwork on a level we can't even imagine. And then there are the more unusual animals, that ones that make you stop and wonder if nature has a sense of humor. Octopus can change colors, squeeze through tiny space, and even use tools. It's almost too smart for its own good. But it's not just about the big. The small, everyday creatures are just as fascinating. Spiders weaving their webs, bees moving from flowers to flowers without missing a beat. These crazy moments are what keep the world running smoothly. And you know what's crazy? Some animals can do things that we would call superpowers if they were in movies. Some birds can sleep while flying. Certain frogs can freeze solid and come back to life when they thaw out. It makes you wonder, are humans really the most impressive species, or are we just the loudest? Even the way animals interact with each other is something we could learn from. Wolves live in packs where every member has a role, from hunting to taking care of the young. And dolphins, don't even get me started on dolphins. They are so intelligent, they have been known to save humans from drowning. What's their motions? Maybe they are just kind-hearted. And while animals are incredible, let's not forget the stage they live on Earth itself. Every landscape, from dense jungles to deserts, is a masterpiece in its own way. A rainforest is like a layered cake of life, with plants, insects, birds, and mammals all stacked on the top of each other, thriving in the same space. Deserts, on the other hand, seems empty at first glance, but they are full of surprises. Plants that store water for months, lizards that can split on the sand without sinking, and wolves that burrow underground to escape the heat. Have you ever stopped to think about how balanced everything is? The rain falls, the river flows, plants grow, and animals feed. Everything is connected. If one thing falls out of balance, it affects everything else. It's like a giant living puzzle where every piece matters, no matter how small. Sometimes it feels like animals have a deeper connection to these planets than we do. They don't need to be told how to live, they just know. They know when to migrate, when to hunt, and when to rest. and they don't take more than they need. They live in harmony with their surroundings, while we humans often seem to forget we are part of this system too. And yet, despite everything we have done to this planet, the earth keeps giving. It keeps providing a home for billions of creatures, including us. The trees keep growing, the rivers keep flowing, and the animals keep doing what they have always done. It's a reminder that no matter how complicated life feels, there is a simple beauty in just being a part of this incredible, interconnected world. Sometimes I just sit and think about how much life there is around us. Not just the kind of life we notice every day, like dogs barking in the street or birds flying overhead, but the hidden lives, the ones we rarely pay attention to. It's mind-blowing, really, how much is happening all at once, all around us. So next time you see a bird soaring through the sky, take a moment to appreciate it. These are not just random moments, they are glimpses into a world that's far bigger, older and wiser than we are. Isn't it fascinating how every creature on this planet has its own way of living, something so different yet perfectly adapted? It's a tiny ant carrying food 10 times its size, or a massive whale gliding effortlessly through the ocean. They all seem to know exactly what they are doing. No instructions, no second guessing, just pure instincts. Then there is the earth itself, a masterpiece in motion. It's not just a ball of dirt and water floating in space. Beneath the ground, life of insects, worms and tiny organisms work together to keep everything going. Above, the skies are alive with birds, winds and clouds moving in a timeless dance. Every corner of the world is filled with stories. In dense jungles, plants and creatures complete yet coexist, creating layers upon layers of life. Every living being, no matter how small or big, has a purpose and play a role in keeping this planet alive and thriving. Animals in particular are our silent teachers. They show us what it means to live without purpose, to take only what's needed and to remain connected to the world around us. Watching them in their natural habitats, we can't help but feel a sense of wonder and respect. And through it all, the earth is a stage, a living, breathing world that supports this incredible drama of life. It's easy to take all of this, but when you pause to notice the patterns, the connections, and the quiet beauty of it all, you realize just how precious it is. The earth is not just a place we live on, it's a home we share with countless other forms of life.